Speaker and honorable members, this is the justification for the motion for variation. The Constitution of the Republic of Uganda provides clear guidance on the composition of cabinet. Like the Right Honorable Prime Minister has said, Article 111 establishes that the cabinet shall be composed of the President, the Vice President, the Prime Minister, and such other ministers as may appear to the President to be reasonably necessary for the efficient running of the state. Article 113, Clause 2, and 114, Clause 3, set a baseline of 21 cabinet ministers and 21 other ministers, commonly known as ministers, but explicitly allows Parliament to approve any variation beyond those numbers. This means that the framers of the Constitution anticipated evolving governance needs and deliberately vested Parliament with the authority to approve the adjustments. The legal principle of variation. The operative words are reasonably necessary and with the approval of Parliament. This establishes a dual safeguard. The President proposes based on governance needs, and Parliament exercises oversight to ensure the variation is justified. Each Parliament must approve anew. Past approvals lapse with the end of Parliament. This ensures accountability and prevents automatic inflation of cabinet numbers. Practice and precedent. Since the 6th Parliament, variations have been approved to reflect Uganda's growing administrative and policy demands. The 12th Parliament now considers a fresh variation consistent with the constitutional practice and precedent. This is not a departure from the law, but its faithful application. Parliament exercising its constitutional mandate to balance the executive flexibility with accountability. Legal justification for current variation. Uganda's governance challenges decentralization, new flagship programs, and specialized policy areas fall squarely within the meaning of reasonably necessary. Approving this variation affirms Parliament's role as the constitutional check to ensure that cabinet size is not arbitrarily but legally sanctioned. Honorable members, the principle is clear. Cabinet numbers are not fixed. They are varied by law through Parliament to meet evolving national needs. As you all know, we've gone through an election where a new mandate has been given to the head of state and all of you. The head of state traversed the country explaining a manifesto which Ugandans have approved. So he needs a team that will work to effect that manifesto. And it is our mandate as members of Parliament to approve the variation. Therefore, I second this motion that Parliament approves the variation in the numbers of cabinet ministers and other ministers in accordance with Article 113 and 114 of the Constitution to effectively, so that the government can effectively meet its socio-economic operations. I beg to submit.
Thank you. Honorable Patrick Oshabe, what's the procedural issue?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, for allowing me to raise this procedural matter. Right Honorable Speaker, I was in the 11th Parliament. I was in the 10th Parliament. But in the 11th Parliament, Right Honorable Speaker, the Prime Minister came here and convinced the House about a government program on rationalization, and we went through a rigorous process of rationalizing so many agencies. And the Prime Minister convinced the country that it is the right way to go, that the Cabinet agreed and the President agreed that they needed to cut down on expenditure, and because of the large numbers of government agencies. Right Honorable Speaker, among the things we expected.
Procedural question? The procedural issue?
Yeah, I'm coming, Right Honorable Speaker. Kindly allow. Right Honorable Speaker, we are here. The same Prime Minister who would have moved within the Constitution, because the Constitution gives a number 21. In the wisdom of rationalization, the same Prime Minister cannot come to this House, Right Honorable Speaker, trying to vary, to increase. Any variation, Right Honorable Speaker, if rationalization, the objectives of rationalization were to be achieved, any variation should be that probably this time round, the Prime Minister is before this House to cut down on the number of ministers as were presented in the previous Parliament. Right Honorable Speaker, are we proceeding well to sit here having gone through rationalization where so many ministries were downgraded and they were merged, Right Honorable Speaker, to come here and have the Prime Minister varying to increase the numbers of ministers, yet they would have gone through the same process of rationalization. Thank you. Are we proceeding well?
Honorable Prime Minister, are there ministries who are merged or downgraded? Can you be on record? And you are coming back here to reactivate them?
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker and members. Honorable members, the number of ministers and the ministers of state that have been carrying out duties is the same number we have brought. We have not changed what we... Yes, we have not. Rationalization was because we were having ambiguous, I want you to remember, and duplication of work. I want you to remember UNRWA was doing the same work and the Ministry of Works. So we are here to present the same number we had in the last Parliament.
Thank you. Honorable Namboze.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
1 minute.
Right Honorable Speaker, I stand here, first of all, to congratulate Honorable Nabanja, who has just been approved by this House hope she will use this time now to tell us where JB Chibalama is. Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir. I stand here to oppose the motion. On one ground, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, since we gave ourselves this constitution, this country has never at any one time attempted to try out this particular article of our constitution. We should think about the framers of this constitution, what they thought about when they came out to limit the number of ministers. Mr. Speaker, I want to guess that the idea was to limit top leaders from using appointments to patronize the country. The Prime Minister stated that they want to cover the governance gap that has been created by the increase in population, Mr. Speaker. But Mr. Speaker, today we have more districts. In that direction, therefore, we have more local leaders. If there is any governance gap that has been created, that gap can be fixed by the local leaders. And we know, Mr. Speaker, that the President has already designated colleagues here to be ministers. And by coming here after designating and announcing ministers, we are being treated as if we are just a rubber stamp parliament. I want to appeal to colleagues that for the first time in the history of this country, let's for the first time state this motion and try out the number of ministers as given in the Constitution. After all, the country now, the world now has opened up to more technology. More roads have been constructed. We have more local leaders. We have many MPs. And Mr. Speaker, there is no reason now we could think that each and every subject should be supervised by a minister. And if we are, by rationalization, we intended to curb having one department duplicating services. Here we have ministers for regions. What is more duplication than having a minister to serve just a region? That this is a minister for Uganda, this is a minister for Busoga, Mr. Speaker.
Your information is this way. Would you want to take?
Only to emphasize that, Mr. Speaker, you know, by saying this, I'm representing you because I'm your MP.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Isn't that blackmail?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. My name is Cohen Amanya, and I want to raise this issue of information to my colleagues. What is being brought here is a provision under Article 113 and under Article 114. The issue they are talking about, the issue of rationalization, does not come onto play when we are talking about ministers. It is only when we are talking about departments in those ministries. The ministers, letters, and Honorable Nambozi raised an issue saying that the framers of this constitution saw it fit to create a provision under a special provision of the constitution. The special provision of the constitution uses the word shall, but it goes ahead and creates an exception to that provision. And that's why the Honorable Robin Anabanja has raised the issue under that provision. So therefore, to come and here and tell us that that is wrong, I think we are going into one way or the other misfiring on the issue that is before this parliament. So, Honorable Speaker, I want to tell my colleagues that what we are dealing with is an issue of raising the numbers under a constitutional provision. And the framers of the constitution saw it deemed fit under separation of powers. They have given us that power under the constitution. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable team. Please, it is important. That
Thank
we
you,
represent
Right
voices.
Honorable Speaker.
1 minute for you.
I am Sergeant Retired Otim Bernard, Member of Parliament, representing the wonderful people of Maruzi North County in Apache District. Right Honorable Speaker, I stand here to support the motion as moved by the Right Honorable Prime Minister for this reason. Before coming to be a Member of Parliament, I have been frequently following events in this House. And among key events that I followed was that this very Parliament, where some members, including the senior Honorable Nabozo, was sitting, passed a motion which approved the same number of ministers which served the country successfully. Secondly, the Honorable Nambozo, if I'm not mistaken, is a shadow minister. Was a shadow minister whose mandate was similar or in the same lane with the mandate that the Prime Minister seeks us to approve now. The issue is, why should we take the country into cycles? It is common saying that you cannot eat your bread and have it. Last Parliament, same people passed the same motion. Why should it be passed? The only issue should be, as we pass it now, equity is equality. The people of Lao Sub-region voted for NRM and President Museveni overwhelmingly, 84%. But they got only 4 appointments. So let's pass, but we need more appointments. I beg to move.
Thank you. I think it's giving validation that the motion is valid, but also he wants more to be added. People want more. Honorable Paul Mwiro, you are the last on this matter because, yeah.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I rise to oppose the motion basing on Article 113 and 114. Right Honorable Speaker, the framers of the Constitution clearly left the numbers as they are in this Constitution. And government has not moved to amend these provisions, left them the way they are, so that it is up to this Parliament. Meaning that it is this Parliament who knows that this country is recovering from the effects of COVID. When you look at the tax collection in this country, and you look at the cost under governance, it is important that we as leaders, we know that these ministers are policy makers. And actually, when we reduce the number, it is in their interest that we are finding money, more money for subsidy delivery. I've looked at, one of the ministers looking at me, Honorable Speaker, I seek for your protection. And one of the appointed ministers. Honorable Speaker.
In front of you, save for the two Vice President and Prime Minister. I can't see any minister.
Right Honorable Speaker, it is about the cost. We are saying we have tried all along, we have been coming here and getting this resolution. For today, let us maintain the numbers as they are in the Constitution. And we see how it works out. So that next time, if it does not work, we shall base on that to do that adjustment. I thank you.
Somebody had somebody saying, when is next time? Yes, Honorable Manuel.
Motion. Motion, Mr. Speaker.
There is a motion. Honorable Mara.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Given the fact that you've given members sufficient time to debate this motion, I would like to move under Article 61, H, Rule 61 rather, N, that we now close the debate so that you can put the question. Thank you.
Let me first process that motion. Is the motion seconded? Okay. Can I now put the question to the motion that the debate on this matter be closed and the question be put? Those in favor say aye, to the contrary say aye. Aye. The ayes have it. I now want to move the motion, read the motion for the resolution of this House to vary the total number of cabinet ministers and other ministers under Articles 1132 and 1143 of the Constitution of Uganda, of the Republic of Uganda. Those in favor say aye, and to the contrary say nay. Aye. The ayes have it. Honorable members, before we go to one of the last items of designation of members, I want to report that I've received a notification has been given to us from the National Unity Party. It's a platform. Forgive my tardy ignorance. I thought it was a party. Leader giving the notice to clerk to this parliament for the designation of a leader of opposition in parliament and chief opposition whip. And the letter is, I write to inform you that in accordance with the section 8.1 of the Administration of Parliament Act 2006, the party, not the platform, has elected Honorable Joel Basekezi Senyonyi, Member of Parliament for Nakawa West constituency, as the leader of the opposition in Parliament. Similarly, the party, not the platform, has nominated Honorable Mwiro Paul, Member of Parliament for Jinja South, Division East constituency, as the Chief Opposition Whip in accordance with the Section 15.1 of the Administration of Parliament Act 2006. So, signed by David Lewis Robongoya, Secretary General of either the party or the platform. But nope. So I am required under that section 8.1, section 8.3. This is to give you notice that a person elected leader of opposition under this section shall take office upon a formal announcement by the Speaker. And I hereby announce Honorable Joel Basekezi Senyonyi as the leader of opposition. Honorable Senyonyi, for new members, they may not know you. If I described you, you may think I am insulting. But so this is the Honorable Joel Basekezi Senyonyi, the man who will oppose on from this side. Please show him some love with some applause. And then the chief, there's a formation of government now on both sides. The chief opposition whip, who had already started his work by opposing everything, is Honorable Mwiro Paul here. Congratulations to the two of you. And you now know they were doing, whether the thing is good or bad, oppose. But right now we move to the next item as we conclude this sitting today. And for them on this matter under Administration of Parliament Act, there is actually no debate, no taking vote. You can imagine. Yeah, next item.
Item 6 on the order paper. Designation of members to standing committees, committee on appointments in accordance with Rule 165 of the Rules of Procedure.
So this is a time to get the designation of members to standing committees on appointments in accordance with Rule 165 of the Rules of Procedure. So we've asked the NRM party, not platform, and the National Unity platform, and the FDC, all the parties represented in this house, and they have submitted names. So let the Prime Minister read the names of her people. We've also asked the independents to express their interests, and those ones are being designated by my good self. And Honorable Joel, are you ready? The Right Honorable Prime Minister.
Right Honorable Speaker and members, allow me to present the members who will represent our side on the Appointments Committee. Honorable Akumu Catherine Mavenjina. Honorable Avura Jane Pachuto. Honorable Awol Betty Engora. Honorable Birungi Annette, Workers Representative. Honorable Veso Sam, Kisoro Municipality. Honorable Chala Elma Kapel, Youth Northern Uganda. Honorable Gashaija Shaka Stephen, Entebbe Municipality. Honorable Katusabe Ruth, Bukoma Nsimbi. Honorable Kisa Stephen, Bukuwaya, Luka South. Honorable Kitanywa Sowed, Busongola South, Busongola County North. Honorable Chiwanuka Kefa, Chivoga East County. Honorable Anyeru Kasarin Awan, Nuoya District. Honorable Linda Eileen, Fort Portal City. Honorable Mafabi Aisha Nabulo, Silonko District. Honorable Naguja Judith, Buvuma. Honorable Nakut Faith, Napak District. Honorable Ndezi Alex, PWD Central. Honorable Ntale Nsereko Madina, Kawempe, Division North. Honorable Nyeko Johnson, Lamu County. Honorable Oporot Akwalinga Simon, Okwalinga, Kanyumu County. Honorable Rwachimali Beatrice, Ruhama County. Honorable Rwakojo Robina Gureme, Gomba West County. Honorable Tumulami Genensio Kashonji, welcome back, brother. Honorable Twaha Fadil, Tingel County. Honorable Wembabazi Beatrice, Hoima District. Honorable Major General Kinarwa James, UPDF. Honorable Okot Peter, Tochi County.
I think you stop there. You are going beyond Kisumu.
I thought as a leader of government business in the parliament, I would read for everybody. But now that you have guided, Right Honorable Speaker,
Yes.
I beg to submit.
Thank you. For the UPDF, they don't have a whip. They have a whip, and it's one person will be there, and the General, Major General James Kinarwa will be represented. So, opposition. And I hope with the time, when we behave in good politics, we shall change the nomenclature of opposition to minority and majority at one time, requiring constitutional amendment. Yeah.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I proceed to nominate members of the opposition based on their political parties. PFF, Honorable Betty Awol.
You say it in full. So that we...
PFF is People's Front for Freedom, Honorable Betty Awol. Forum for Democratic Change, Honorable Lucy Akero. The Democratic Party, Honorable Okot Peter.
Right,
Uganda People's Congress, Honorable Dr. Yunus Otuko Apio.
Right Honorable.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I seek your indulgence to pronounce properly the name of my honorable colleague, Honorable Okot Peter, for the Democratic Party.
You had said a court means a female one. Yeah.
Most obliged. For the National Unity Platform, Right Honorable Speaker, we have Honorable Joero Bisekezi Senyonyi as a member. Honorable myself, Mwirupo, Honorable Amaniyo Shila Dravire, and Honorable Sewungu Joseph Gonzaga. For the Alliance for National Transformation, we have Honorable Ismail Kasule as the designated member. I beg to submit.
Good. And for the independents, we have Honorable Achom Esther, District Woman Representative Serere, independent. She's there. But that is not Serere. Achom, yeah. At least I know the two. And forgive me when I mix up. I'm only 2 days old here. But at least I know Honorable Chom, Esther Serere. And then we have Honorable Akot Angela Nzochire, District Woman Representative Tororo, independent. And then we have Honorable Chinobere Herbert Tom, Kiboko County. Please, members want to know you. Yes. Then Honorable Ongeto Emmanuel Jor, Nebi Municipality. Yes. And then, of course, that committee is only constituted when we have the Speaker and also the Deputy Speaker. So I put the question that they said, I've just announced, and there is no need for you to, they put a question for the approval of the designated members. I thought so.
Honorable Speaker,
The correction?
I want to clarify something about my name, which was mentioned.
Yes.
My right name is Lanyero Christine Awany, woman member of Parliament, Noya District.
Government chief whip, government lead of government business.
Yeah, it was mentioned like Lanyero Catherine Awany. I'm Lanyero Christine Awany.
Let the record capture that.
Thank
and
you.
I put a question that the names that have been read be approved by this parliament as designated as members of standing committee on appointment. Those in favor say aye, to the contrary and say nay. The ayes have it. The first meeting of the appointments committee will be on Monday at 10 a.m. in the speaker's boardroom. Keep time, come and serve the nation. The VP, please, and PM, it's your time to thank your voters. I don't know whether you have a reception for us. You can also.
Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, distinguished members of the 12th Parliament, let me begin by congratulating you, Mr. Speaker, upon your assumption of the chair as Speaker of the 12th Parliament. In the same vein, I congratulate the Deputy Speaker, Right Honorable Thomas Tayebwa. I congratulate the Leader of Opposition, the Honorable Joel Senyonyi, upon assuming the office of Leader of Opposition in Parliament. And I congratulate my brother, Paul Mwiru, I beg your pardon, Paul Mwiru, upon assuming the office of Chief Opposition Whip in the 12th Parliament. Honorable colleagues, I stand here today with humility and profound gratitude to the Almighty God, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. In the book of Prophet Isaiah, chapter 60, verse 22, I open quotes. When the time is ripe, I, Yahweh, will quickly bring it out. I close quotes. I acknowledge the hand of God in my appointment as Vice President of the Republic of Uganda. Mr. Speaker, allow me quickly to thank the people of Katakwi District for trusting me yet again to serve them as woman member of Parliament for Katakwi District. I promise them that I will exercise my mandate as their member of Parliament and that I will serve them diligently. In connection to that, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I thank the appointing authority, His Excellency, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, for trusting me yet again by appointing me for the second time to serve the people of Uganda as Vice President. I do not take it for granted, Mr. Speaker. I assure him and all the people of Uganda that I shall serve with utmost dedication, patriotism, and loyalty, giving undivided attention to all matters of national importance that come before me during my tenure. For it is again written in the scripture, in the book of Luke, in the Gospel of Luke actually, chapter 12, verse 48. I open quotes. When someone is given a great deal, a great deal will be demanded of that person. And when someone is entrusted with a great deal, of that person, even more will be expected. I close quotes. Right Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues, I thank you for the trust and confidence in me which you have just demonstrated by approving me unanimously. I am exceedingly humbled, and I say thank you, thank you, thank you to all of you, colleagues. In service to the people of Uganda as Vice President, I promise you that I will not abuse your trust and confidence. In the execution of my mandate, however, Mr. Speaker, I request for the support and warm working relationship from each and every member of this House, because when we work as a team, we accomplish our assignments very fast, very well, and very easily. It is written in the book of Psalms 133, chapter 1. I open quotes. How good, how delightful it is to live as brothers and sisters all together. I close quotes. As I come to the conclusion of my statement, I call upon all of us members of this House to envisage the Uganda with the GDP of US dollars 500 billion, but connect all the grassroots masses who we are leading to this economy. For instance, Mr. Speaker, if we were to ask ourselves, where do we go from here? The response was given in Kololo on the day of your election, Mr. Speaker. The visionary leader, His Excellency the President, guided that our destination is our villages, our cells, our wards, our parishes, our divisions, our sub-counties, our counties, our districts, municipalities, cities, to oversee the poverty alleviation programs of government. Let us unite and embrace financial inclusion, i.e., moving all the 33 households who are currently outside the money economy into the money economy. This is not to say, Mr. Speaker, that these chambers will be empty. No. We can balance our tasks, but this is also to say, Parliament and Mr. Speaker, please empower us as members of Parliament to do our oversight role and responsibility in the grassroots. It is to the masses that we belong, and from the masses we came from, and to the masses we shall return at an appropriate time. Finally, Mr. Speaker, the very final one. And I say this on a light note. You have been one of our own in cabinet. And in fact, while in cabinet, we enjoyed your deep sense of humor. You had always, in your characteristic style, stimulated discussions with your tickling choice of words, openly sharing your knowledge and wealth of experience for the benefit of all. Nevertheless, this is equally a very important arm of government where we shall still be benefiting from your wealth of knowledge and experience. We are looking forward to a parliament where we shall speak less and act more, where we shall focus on the interests of the masses rather than the identity of the masses. Mr. Speaker, I personally have no doubt that you will steer this House very ably with dignity and decorum. And in short, I am saying I have high expectations on you. Mr. Speaker, I pledge total cooperation with you and all members of parliament of this house. I hasten to add that, dear members, let's always stick to what unites us rather than what divides us. The opportunity has been bestowed upon us by the people of Uganda to serve them, especially bearing the vision of wealth creation and job creation. Let's endeavor to do our level best, and in all that we do, let's do it in accordance with the law and our rules of procedure. It is again biblically written in the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 18. I open quotes. When there is no vision, the people get out of hand. Happy are they who keep the law. I close quotes. Mr. Speaker, I thank you for the opportunity to make this maiden speech. And I am very happy that all the members of this parliament understand deeply the rules of procedure, and that's why the Honorable Seungu has not interrupted me as I make my maiden speech. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, and indeed all of you, colleagues, for your kind attention. And I have said all this for God and my country.
Thank you. Thank you. Leader of Government Business, thank you for those very kind words. You've forgotten that you are the leader of Government Business with the fresh mandate.
Right Honorable Speaker.
Can we keep it short a bit?
Yes,
yeah.
I will try. Your Excellency, the Vice President, honorable members, first and foremost, I thank the Almighty God for the gift of life and the opportunity given to me by His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda, to continue serving the people of Uganda as Prime Minister. I receive my reappointment with humility and great gratitude to His Excellency for the trust and confidence placed in me yet for another term. I don't take this for granted. My reappointment, that Honorable Speaker, is not just a personal milestone, but an important responsibility to advance Uganda's socio-economic transformation as emphasized by His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda. I commit to coordinating the entire government to realize this vision. Right Honorable Speaker, join me in congratulating His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni upon his recent overwhelming electoral victory and swearing in as the President of the Republic of Uganda for this 5-year term, that is 2026-2031. I strongly believe that under his able, wise, and visionary leadership, we will protect and build on our collective gains for nationwide socio-economic transformation of our people during this new term and beyond. Right Honorable Speaker and honorable members, join me in congratulating you, the Speaker. The Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, the Deputy Speaker of Parliament of Uganda, the Deputy Prime Ministers, the Honorable Ministers, and all of you, honorable members, for your recent victories and swearing in for this 5-year term. Allow me to once again, in a special way, congratulate my brother, the Honorable Bisekezi, the leader of opposition, for that renewed mandate, and your chief whip, my grandson. You know, he told you he's my grandson. The opposition whip. Opposition whip namwe. On behalf of government, of Uganda, I commit to continue building on the strong foundation already in place by effectively leading a robust service delivery team, both political and technical, that responds to the needs of our people. By strengthening the link between the executive and the legislature, and by ensuring continued availability of government business in this parliament, and making sure that the ministers regularly attend and provide timely responses to parliament. Right, Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues, the priorities of the NRM government are very clear, as outlined in the National Development Plan 4 and the 2026-2031 NRM Manifesto, aimed at wealth creation, improving household incomes, and expanding our economy from an estimated $68.4 billion by the end of June 2026 to $500 billion by the year 2040. Right, Honorable Speaker, this growth will be anchored on strategic investments in our ATMs, which are agro-industrialization, PDM, MYOGA, etc., tourism development, mineral development including oil and gas, science, technology, innovation, and creative industry development. In addition, government will invest in enablers for the ATMs to deliver on planned growth. And these enablers are: 1, peace and security, which is a prerequisite for economic stability. Number 2, infrastructure development. Here I'm talking about the standard gauge railway, roads, electricity, and the meter gauge rehabilitation. Water sanitation, including environmental conservation. Honorable members, health education, information communication technology, electricity generation, transmission and distribution, industrial parks and free zones, effective administration of the justice, law and order, effective legislation and oversight. Right, Honorable Speaker and members, effective management of climate change, environmental and natural resources and disasters as they occur. Fellow leaders, Ugandans expect quality services from us. We can effectively serve our people through proper implementation, monitoring, and evaluation of government interventions. I want to reassure you that this will enable us to achieve better results with even limited resources. Right, Honorable Speaker and members, leadership is a gift from God. I know that the role of the Prime Minister and lead of government business in Parliament requires commitment, patriotism, teamwork, and sacrifice. I therefore request for your continued support and prayers as we embark on this journey together. The Honorable Speaker and members, through you, I recommit to continue serving our people for improved service delivery and socio-economic transformation. To the people of Kakumiro District and Greater Chivale, thank you for electing me to the 9th Parliament, 10th, 11th, and now the 12th Parliament. In conclusion, I once again thank you, Right Honorable Speaker and members, for approving my reappointment as Prime Minister of the Republic of Uganda. In the same vein, I appreciate His Excellency the President for the trust and confidence placed in me. I pledge continued commitment, collaboration, and teamwork, during the no corruption, no more sleep term of office, as our country takes a qualitative leap into the upper middle income status for God and my country.
Thank you very much. I see the leader of opposition. He wants to oppose your statements. But today he's going to congratulate, you know. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'll begin with a slight clarification. The party that has renewed my mandate is called the National Unity Platform. That's the name of the party. You kept referring to it as the National Unity Party. But I appreciate your interest in matters to do with my political party, sir.
Actually, the letter refers to it as the party.
It is a party.
Okay.
Yes, it is a political party. But its name is National Unity Platform.
So it's NUP party, yeah.
Mr. Speaker, again, to comfort you and the honorable colleagues, really I'm not here to oppose anything and everything. No. My duty and the duty of colleagues on this side is to keep the government in check. That's our duty. And I invite colleagues to join us in doing this duty, doing the same, executing this mandate. Because keeping the government in check is for the good of each one of us. Honorable Speaker, I'm sure one of these days you will have a day when members will raise matters of national importance. They will tell you about the poor roads in their areas. They will tell you about, you know, government officials stealing money that is supposed to trickle down to their people. They'll tell you about bad hospitals. They'll tell you about all these many different things. So as we keep government in check, it's for the good of all of us, and we shall happily continue to do it. Honorable Speaker, the Vice President and the Prime Minister have been approved by this House. We all did not vote for the both of you, but you have been approved. And our hope is that you will serve everybody. Because you see, that's what service delivery is supposed to be about. That you will extend services to everybody. That your offices will be accessible. We are going to bother you a great deal. Please get ready. Whether it be knocking at your offices, whether it be here on the floor, we shall not come at your home. She has said at home, no, we shall not come. But here in the Parliament. Please get ready. Because it's important for that to get happen. On our end, we are going to keep you in check. And please, you should be happy about that. It should not be a bad thing. When we keep you in check, we are saying, do better here, improve here, do this the right way as should happen. And so we'll keep bothering you about all these many different things, service delivery, you know, political prisoners. That's a song we have sung, and we're not going to keep quiet. Because there's people that are rotting in jail 5, 6, 7 years. They have not had their day in court. That is wrong. Wrong, 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 regardless how it happens. And by the way, the same has happened to some people on the interim side. So regardless who it happens to, it is wrong. So these things we shall not keep quiet about. Get ready. Honorable Speaker, I did not vote for you to become Speaker. Because I had a candidate. No, me, I'm saying it publicly. Because I had a candidate. But I'll tell you what, Right Honorable Speaker.
But your candidate voted for me.
I don't know about that. But I want to believe the 60 votes he got, one of those was his. But I'll tell you what, Right Honorable Speaker. I want to salute you, especially for your remarks after you took chair of Speaker, when we were still at Kololo. I, for that moment, felt at ease. I hope I'll continue to feel that way. And here is why I felt at ease. Your speech had 3 critical elements that excited me. Number 1, you promised to be a speaker even for those who did not vote for you, like me. And that's imperative. Because now you have become a referee for all of us. Our hope is that you will be ready to blow the whistle when there is a hard tackle, as opposed to you actually being the one tackling us. So that gave me comfort, Right Honorable Speaker. You promised in your remarks a corruption-free parliament. That excited me. And you have our support in ensuring this, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, you promised that Parliament is supposed to be open, and so the media is supposed to be welcome here. I want to appreciate, because on that one you have taken immediate action. I was told that the Nation Media Group accessed Parliament today, because they were barred from accessing Parliament for months, and that is wrong. My appeal to you, Right Honorable Speaker, I'm saluting you publicly for the remarks that you made. Kindly actualize the remarks that you made. That's my humble appeal to you. You know, sometimes we say things and then we don't actualize them. But my hope is that you are going to actualize these remarks that you made, that we shall all feel comfortable in being in this house, that I should feel at ease to stand up and object to something. And I know I'm not going to be vilified. And by me, I mean several colleagues, that nobody is going to be vilified for having that school of thought. That's why we are all here. We all have different schools of thought. Honorable Speaker, I have been leader of the opposition for 2.5 years in the 11th Parliament. Leader of opposition by law is part of the Parliamentary Commission. I did not attend even one single Parliamentary Commission meeting. How can that be right? Because I was never invited. Honorable Speaker, when I made a lot of noise about this issue, subsequently there were about 2 or 3 invitations that came to my office. And how did they come? So the office you're occupying now approves whenever a leader of the opposition is going, even if it is out of town, for official duty. So one of those times, I think we were going to these entities we were oversighting in Amuru, Inspire Coffee, in Tungamo. So you are on the way there, you get a call from the office that a letter has come here for Parliamentary Commission, and it is happening in 30 minutes. So yes, some people might say I got invited about 3 times. Yes, but I was on the way out of town for official duty, and the Speaker's office knew. These things have got to change. Let's observe the law. Let's do right, as is expected. Finally, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, you have seen the quandary we are grappling with here. We don't have adequate space. This Parliament, I am told, was made for about 80 people the time it was constructed. We are now 529 members. When you add the ex-officials, we shall be 550 plus. Now that we have opened the space and said we can have many more ministers, we are waiting. Right Honorable Speaker, there is new chambers that have been under construction for donkey's years. It is something that I have talked about here on the floor of Parliament. Money is appropriated for the same. What is happening? Every financial year, money is appropriated. Why has that place become a bottomless pit? Why do they not finish constructing that place so that members don't sit on their laps? Especially because money is appropriated. It would be a different thing if somebody was saying there is no money available, but money is passed here. At one time I said, look, can we stop passing this money? But the money is appropriated. Work doesn't happen. Meanwhile, Parliament spends billions of shillings to rent office space for members and staff. Why? Honorable Speaker, we are trusting you to fix these issues. I'm glad that you ably talked about them. We are looking forward to working with you. We are looking forward to all of us enjoying our space here, supporting what we feel is right to support, objecting to what we feel we should object to, and who will benefit? The people of Uganda out there. I thank you and congratulations to us all.
Thank you very much. We have to conclude at this point, but it is good to talk over these things. The Parliamentary Commission, to have this Parliament work, we have to start by having a functional parliamentary commission. And then we have the committee's work. The work has started today. Within 2 weeks, the clerk will give me the status report on that building and what needs to be done and when it's going to be completed. And I'll report here. So the business committee has to work. We are going to do what they call resetting the factory default. Thank you very much. But before, Honorable Kasaija, Matthias Kasaija, just stand up and we recognize you. He has just made 82 years today.
You will do 100. You will do 100.
Happy birthday. Thank you. Our best wishes, many more returns. He wants a drink. And I know that the economy is now so the House is adjourned to 4th June at 4th of June at 2 p.m. at Kololo. House adjourned.
You're looking at